It is time for Collectible Goodness to return. And my apologies, I'm really close to the camera. My tripod's kind of messed up, so I had to make do with making a makeshift tripod, which is not even a tripod. I have two of these mystery minis. We'll start with that. See what's inside of those. We'll see what other collectible goodies that I've gotten from Funko recently. There's been a lot of pops that have come out since I've last done a Collectible Goodness. Without me talking too much, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with this Collectible Goodness episode with, as I stated, a little unboxing for you. These are always a little bit fun to do, you know, you just gotta enjoy the fun. You're gonna react with me to see what I get. I should have looked up I should have done a little research. But if anything, I'll put a link right here. What are the non-exclusives that do end up coming with this? I'm not too sure, as I'm filming this, I'm not too sure what on earth are the non-exclusives, the other three variant figures. But in this case, we got a cool Joker with a card, a Mr. Freeze, and a Detective Mode Batman. Now that's really interesting right there. I didn't care for the pop, but the little figure itself looks really awesome. I love the detail. They look like the other figures, like the horror series or the sci-fi or anything like that. They look more human-esque versus the over-the-top cartoony ones that were like the Justice League ones that came out a while back. But I digress. I'm just going to dive right into it. Let's see what I have here. The one I care for the least is definitely like, or if anything, all of them are pretty solid characters. I wouldn't mind whichever one I get. I just hope I don't get double Batman. So, let's see here. Wow, that's a really big bag. Oh, I think I got a Joker. Question is, which? Ah, we got the basic Joker, but ooh, that is really detailed. Like, even down to the pants and the patches, and yeah, that's the basic Joker. Sadly, not the exclusive. Oh man, I hope I don't get double Joker here. But that is really detailed. I like that a lot. He looks like a real creeper, but I get, yeah, in the Arkham series though, he was kind of a creeper and really fucked up, so makes sense. It's a scary Joker, you know, just, he's a clown. Alrighty, last one, here we go. I'll eventually buy more of these for sure. No idea what this one is. It says 1 in 12 chance of getting. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, but that's kind of cool though. I really like this one a lot more. Double the Joker. Yeah, that's cool. That's really funny if you think about it. But regardless of double Joker, I will probably just sell one of these or trade them off or whatever. But I am keeping the exclusive one because I definitely, look at that, if my camera will focus. That is an awesome detail on such a tiny little card. That is beautiful. Like, definitely an awesome. Both of them are awesome in their own right. Cool, double Joker. Things happen like that. It's funny. We're going on to Funko Pops now, ladies and gentlemen. Two of these are retired right here, and two of these are retired. The rest of them are DC. But I'm going to go through these because my Disney collection needs to be bigger in terms of Funko Pops, and I'm really happy that I got these two in my collection. I got very lucky that I found this at one of my local video game stores for obvious reasons, and that is Felix. He is a vaulted Disney Pop, and I was shocked that he was in really good shape. I mean, just the box, you know, $12.99 is about how much he's worth, about $13 or so as of right now. But he's a really tiny little pop. Look at that, he's barely in there. Aside from that, though, that's my only complaint about the figure. But he's really detailed overall. He's got a little tool belt and everything. Matches the character a lot. But definitely a mini grail for me. And again, a local guy that was one of the admins on one of the Funko pages I'm on was really just fucking awesome to have given this to me for a sweet deal. He gave it to me for $22, which was fucking fantastic on his part. And that is Wreck-It Ralph. Now I just need Vanellope, arguably the hardest one to get. I still remember when I would see her around, like, just various stores, like Hot Topics and stuff. Every time I would run into a Vanellope, she would be damaged to hell. The same with any of these pops here, the Fix-It Felix or the Wreck-It Ralph, so I never bought any. I love the movie. It's definitely already a new classic for me. I love it. And I'm very happy to have had him. He's in great shape. Aside from a little dust and wear, shelfware. Perfect shape. I mean, hands down, one of my favorite Disney characters. Now, the search for Vanellope is on. Next up were just some PX Previews exclusives that I picked up from one of my local comic shops. All this is actually from the same comic shop. If any of you are in Texas, within Austin or San Antonio, where I'm from, Dragon's Lair. Really great customer service. You can check them out online. I'll put a little annotation here, but they're really awesome, great customer service, at least in San Antonio. I'm not too sure about Austin, never been to the location there. But for those of you who are curious, if you travel, definitely check them out. They're great, fair prices, especially a lot of places around where I live, at least, they hike up the price because they're PX Preview exclusives, which is bullshit. But for $10.99 a piece, that's not too bad. That's a fair price, The cheapest, of course, is Barnes & Noble for $8.95. But anyway, I'm going to stop babbling on now. And then we got Green Lantern here. I believe the original Green Lantern's vaulted. I'm not sure, but either way, I wanted a Green Lantern. I would love to get the Justice League set. And I love how I did get this set right here. So, that's pretty sweet. Really cool Green Lantern. Again, I'm not too big on the New 52 stuff, but what can you do? I do enjoy the characters enough to buy them. I really like this Flash. Love the line stuff going on, the lightning bolt stuff. Just all around a really great figure and good stuff. And just happy to have him in my collection. Now I got two Flashes now, one from the TV show and now one from the comics. And Aquaman. Never thought I would see this guy in the wild. I know the original Aquaman's worth more and all that other crap, but I don't really care too much for Aquaman. He's a good character on his own right, especially the New 52 version from what I've seen from the DC animated shows or movies that have come out recently. So I'm not going to give him too much shit. They've actually revamped the character pretty well. So, and it's very shiny too. It's really an awesome figure for sure. So yeah, very happy to have that figure in my collection, especially for my DC stuff. And last but definitely not least, in terms of the DC and comic book stuff, we got some big ones here. The ones that are just everybody's clamoring for right now, and that's Superman and Batman from the Dawn of Justice movie. I really need to get my hands on Wonder Woman, but sadly, all my Hot Topics were out, so that's why I went with my local comic shop. At least they're fair price. I would have gotten them for about the same. I know there's like all that sales going on right now as I'm currently filming this, the hot cash and all that crap, but I didn't buy anything recently to have gotten the hot cash, and I don't trust online with Hot Topic. I didn't really care for their online service. I did it once, and I wasn't a fan, so if I can do it me in the store buying these things, I would rather do it that way. I know it cost me an extra $2 or $3 versus those sales, the buy one give it half off, but I don't care. This is my first Superman, and this is my 10th Batman. So, very happy to have these in my collection. Arguably the best Superman pop ever made. I mean, look at this guy. He's got a little stand, he's flying mid-punch, that's freaking fantastic. And the Wonder Woman, I've seen it. It looks really great. I really want to get that Wonder Woman. The Nightmare Batman as well, and Armored Batman's the DC Legion, whatever that heck the subscription box is called. Eventually, I'm probably gonna subscribe to that. I think, not too sure yet, but I really love this Batman. The detail on his suit, if I can pick it up on the camera, I know the glare. There we go. The detail on his suit, the little batarang. That's something that we haven't seen too much. Him holding a little weapon of some kind. I know Batman doesn't use weapons very often, but when he does, he pulls something out of the utility belt and he's got a batarang more than likely. So. Really great pop, and the last I will leave you guys with is a lot of my TV, movie, and animation pops that I picked up recently. So, but for that, we shall go to the next room. Gotta be a little bit more quieter, guys. My apologies. One of my family members is sleeping in the other room, but this is very kind of my brother to lend me some space. I was getting a little crowded in my shelf in the other room. But yeah, these are some of his pops here. He's gotten into the Star Wars stuff. R2-D2, Chewbacca. This was actually a gift for me, actually, but one of my cousins was very kind enough to give that to me. The Barnes & Noble's C-3PO, the BB-8, Bob and Louise Belcher I've picked up recently. The trio themselves here, Bender, Leela, and Fry. And I believe that should do it in terms of new pops that I haven't showcased. But I love this little setup. My brother was kind enough again to let me do this. It's really awesome, and I really love this set. I'm so happy I got them for good prices at Barnes & Noble. This was like when they had their buy one get one half off sale. I got Fry for like $4 and some change. That's fucking awesome. I wish that was like around the Black Friday stuff, I think. And again, my apologies if I've showcased any of this before. I know it's been a little bit of a blur trying to showcase stuff, but that should do it for all the pops and collectible goodness that I've gotten in the last month or so. There's a lot of pops, ladies and gentlemen, and not just pops, but even like action figures I've got my eye on. But alas, the monies in the wallets can only go so far. Aside from me crouching over in here and trying to make this video work, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and all that other good stuff in between. So until next time, I'm Anthony Flores with Collectible Goodness, and I'll see you in the next video.